Hey everyone, it's Brain Farts here, aka Thomas. Um, so today so behind me, you got one of the things I like keeping room as decoration. It is a record of the royal family tree up to the current monarch of Great Britain and Canada, Queen Elizabeth II. So, as you probably guessed, I'm a committed monarchist, and I think I'm glad that Canada has a monarchy rather than a republic. So with everything going on with Barbados leaving axing the monarchy, with everything going on with Prince Andrew, my gosh, why would I even consider being a monarchist right now? So I'm going to give you like about 5 reasons. I probably have more than that, but I don't want to make this video too long. Um, so first of all, January 6th, 2021, um, the riots on Capitol Hill, USA. I don't care who you are watching this. You could you could be pro Trump, pro Biden. You can be you could even think that you can think a number of things about that position. But I will say something to you about Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and George W. Bush. All four of those American presidents have this in common. They are divisive figures. By very nature of the job, they are divisive figures and cannot unite the country, especially when you have people of very different values on both sides. They're like two Americas, I've heard it said in the United States. You need to, but that thing is, for country work, you need someone whose job it is to bring people together. Um, People try to turn to the American inauguration of that country to like being a unifying thing. Yeah, let's be honest, it's a victory parade for whoever won that election, and it's like the loser has to zip their mouth and smile. That's basically so. So like democratic elected officials operate the very nature of their job divisive figures. Monarchies, however, their selection of the monarch is automatic. You know, their entire job is just bring everyone together their whole life, and just that. January 6th, whatever your side position was, the United States of America needed a Queen Elizabeth II, whose job simply was to bring everyone together, regardless of what they thought. They had no one. So I do think you need someone like that. If that happened in Canada, you'd at least get a message from the Queen, probably saying how difficult it was, and be geared towards whoever's position it was, and at least have someone whose job it is to be impartial and bring everyone together, who wasn't selected by petty politics and just represents the country. Um, you need that, and you do need that in times when things are polarized. Um, number number two, um, the monarchs can and have held governments to account when they've gotten really bad. Um, so I know this. I learned this in history class at university. One of the reasons Mussolini was able to be deposed while Hitler was not was because Italy was a constitutional monarchy. No, the monarch did not prevent Mussolini from taking power in a coup. That being said, when things got really bad, the opponents of Mussolini did have someone they were able to talk to, saying, "This is getting too bad. You need to do something." And they were able to rally around the King of Italy and get Mussolini out. Yes, there was still some backfighting back and forth after that, but they were able to like weaken his base because there was a monarchy in Italy at that time. While in Nazi Germany, Hitler was everything, and it went right down to the fur bunker, and it ended for Germany in the fear bunker until the country was reunited. Um, uh, number th- number 3. I actually think monarchy is just inevitable. Um, so think of it like think about all the political dynasties we have today, even in officially republics. Um, so think about the Bushes in the United States. In Canada, Justin Trudeau, his father's Pierre-Elliott Trudeau, also Prime Minister of Canada, and his father was involved in Quebec politics. You have the Kennedys in the United States. it, power structures seem to be kept within certain families. Is this now? Is this is just something that happens naturally? So, and monarchy doesn't necessarily mean you can't have people from the ground working their way up to like top highest positions. Uh, um, even in the Qing, even in the dynasties, even the royal dynasties, under in Han China, um, you had the examination system where pretty much anyone who was intelligent could be a scholar and study, and if they passed, were among the best of the best, they could advise the royal family, and they would have great influence. Um, Politically, we know that a lot of decisions were made because of the scholars and their advice, and Confucianism was so strong in China because of them. Um, that being said, like monarchy is just something that's natural human tendency to keep things in a family, and rather than try to get rid of it entirely, probably best to just it's why not just turn it to our advantage. Um, Also, one of the objections for monarchy is that there's no way of holding them to account. Well, actually, theoretically, and by the way, especially with Prince Andrew, I don't know why people aren't doing this, but there is actually a way to hold him accountable. The Queen actually has to act upon the advice of her Prime Minister constitutionally, in the United Kingdom. Um, so as a so if the so with Prince Andrew and all of his titles that he still has that he should be stripped of, um, you can petition the Prime Minister to advise the Prime Minister to advise the Queen to have Prince Andrew stripped of his titles and everything else that would theoretically legally be within the power of the Queen to do. And she can be advised by the Prime Minister to do such things. The thing about constitutional monarchy is that while the monarchy can hold the government accountable, make sure the government is acting responsibly, it is a two-way street. Um, Sometimes, because monarchs are human, the government can and does hold the crown to account with certain behaviors. Um, Certain behaviors. Um, and finally, monarchy actually works. When it comes to bringing people together, um, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups about monarchies. You got like Eastern Orthodox, neo-fascists, and Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ, um, trans females, trans males, and they're in the same group, speaking to each other, and they're getting along, and it's functional. They are actually they actually behave civilly. I can't explain. I'm not a professional sociologist. I can't explain what's going on there. Well, there does seem to be something about monarchy that they can't. It does work in bringing people of diverse ethnic backgrounds, diverse political backgrounds, together. Um, so with monarchy, it does provide. So with monarchy, it does provide a. So monarchy does provide a system where you have like people from diverse backgrounds where they can come together, but they don't agree on everything. Well, they may not agree on everything, but no, Ponder was tumbling over my words. Monarchies can just bring people together, and they work, and they can hold and have governments accountable. Like in the UK, the Prime Minister has to have a weekly audience with the Queen, and apparently, from what I've heard, it's not just a quiet tea. He gets a regular dressing. The Prime Minister gets regular dressing down from the Queen. Um, with a hereditary monarchy, I forget if I said this, but like um, the selection, the process is above politics and bickering. So while in an election you always have a bunch of people who've lost, sometimes like half the country lost the election. At least half the country is unhappy with the results. Monarchy, it's a given. He's been trained to represent everyone his whole life. He's not perfect, but the selection process as a result is also removed from that politics and petty bickering. and that'll just allow the monarch to bring people together when they're bickering and fighting because of those politics. So yeah, so that's just a few reasons why I support monarchy. So anyway, I'm going to teach you how to toast the queen. Um, there's actually allocated for it. So basically, you have a beverage doesn't have to be alcoholic. I've just got some simple ginger ale here. You stand up after the main course of a meal, before dessert, raise a glass and, and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen," or "Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen of Canada." You take a sip, and that's that. So, got the glass, pause, get something to drink. Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen. So, anyway, thanks for watching. God save the Queen, and God bless you all.